Hello guys, welcome to another edition of these tips for dummies. Today we'll be working on an AC air conditioning. What is happening is that a breaker keeps tripping out, and we're gonna go for the simplest thing. There is a lot of things that a breaker can trip out. One of them can be the condenser is dirty, the filter inside filter might be dirty, or that the unit itself is pulling more amps than what it's supposed to. However, the breakers they do go bad every once in a while. Alright, so let's gonna go ahead and start doing this. Now there's something very important. If y'all guys have never done electrical job or you don't have any knowledge of this electrical, I will not encourage to do this yourself. Even though the procedure to changing a breaker is so simple, also a very little mistake can kill you. Okay, so first of all, you have to detect which breaker is at. In my case, it's this one right here. It's not painted or anything because I don't know why, but I know it's this one. But if you don't know which one it is, well, you have to detect it first. One way to detect it is with an ammeter and check outside. But another one, if you don't have tools, is to turn on all the breakers and then turn off each one to see which one it turns off the unit outside. That will be one method. Now, if you like I mentioned again, safety first. I will not encourage you to do this if you don't have any knowledge. If you know, you can call. If you're not gonna do it, just call a professional, an electrician, AC technician. Also, so the first thing to do is just to uncover the breakers. Like I said, I already know which breaker is at. It's that one right there on the corner. Now there's a rule of thumb. Every time you work with electricity, uh, yeah, your left hand must be on your back pocket. Only work with one hand. Why is that? Because if electricity, what it does, it looks for ground, and if your left hand it's touching metal, and you get shot on your right hand side, well, it goes directly to your body, to your heart, and to the left side of the arm, and that's 10 times more likely that you're gonna get killed. Now, by putting your hand on your back pocket, it doesn't mean that you're not dying. It just means that the chances are probably less. Alright, so I'm gonna take this off. Alright, alright. So as you can see right here, this breaker it has a flat screwdriver. I had a Phillips screwdriver, but that's not gonna work. There is a dead lizard right here. Those things they can create a lot of problems on AC units. They get stuck. But we're gonna clean that out, and I'm gonna bring a flat screwdriver. Okay, so I'm here with a flat screwdriver. Now again, why am I changing this breaker? Because I'm gonna go with the simplest thing. Believe it or not, breakers they do go bad also. So I'm gonna change the breaker first. And if this thing keeps tripping out, then that means that something else is causing the problem, and it needs to be checked. So first, make sure that the breaker is off, and we're gonna continue by unscrewing this. All right. Once you get, carefully you pull the wire out and the bottom. Okay. And you pull it out. You put one down, one up. That means, you know what it means. So with the screwdriver, you can pull a little pressure if you want against it, and oops, sorry. But anyway, you grab it. So what it is that you have these little clips that it clips onto that when you put it back on, and then you push it against the those legs right there, and that's what it creates the power. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the breaker and put it on and see what we got. All right. Okay guys, so I got the new one. All right, 50 amp. This is another thing, guys. If your breaker calls for a 50 amp, do not change the amperage ratio. Do not go up. If your technician comes over and he tells you, oh, I got a 60 amp, but I don't think nothing will happen, don't do it. Just stick with what you have, because if the wiring is not set up for a 60 amp, you can cause a fire. If you put a lower amperage, well, the same thing is going to be happening. It's going to be tripping. So I want you to take a look at this real close, and you see these little arms right there, right? Okay, so these little legs right here, they're gonna go, they're gonna grab like that. See that? Okay. Once they grab like that, then you can start pushing it. Be careful not to touch those wiring. Remember, that's high voltage. Alright. Alright. So make sure it stick in really good. Now we're gonna unscrew the top. This is where we're gonna put the top cable, and we're gonna stick it in. Remember, this thing has got to be off. Okay, and we're gonna tighten them up, and this thing's got to be really tight. Okay, it cannot be loose. All right, so now the next one. And that's the lower one. Stick it in. If it doesn't go in, we'll loosen it a little bit more. Until it fits in. Sorry for the camera, but until it fits in. Once it's in, let's proceed with tightening them up. We're gonna reset the breaker. But okay. So now I'm gonna put the cover back on. Make sure you don't touch any wires. This thing, it goes in between those wirings, and I'm gonna put the bolts. Guys, if the AC keeps tripping after we do this, you change the AC filter inside, we have a bigger problem. It does not necessarily mean the AC is out. Maybe a capacitor that is not pulling the correct, it's not helping starting on the compressor, and that sometimes can create a high amperage, and it can okay, so here it is. Now I'm gonna change the AC filter, and we're gonna see what's going on. Hi, Ranger. Okay, guys, I'm on the outside, and the AC it's on. It's working good, and I'll find out in a few minutes because it was tripping out very often. It didn't last not even 15 minutes. So I come back in a little while and see if this thing works. Now one thing I do want to show you is that in summertime the AC runs very often, a lot more than usual. So the filters they can get clogged. And let me show you what happened or how the filter. Look at this. Look, this is a 1 month. It's very dirty, and this it can be the cause of the breaker to trip. This it wasn't the case because I changed the filter before doing all of this. I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but yeah, look at the filter. It's clogged. It's completely clogged, and the AC needs to run smoothly, so that way it doesn't pull any more amperage. Alright guys, I'll come back to you in 15 minutes. Okay guys, it's been more than probably about an hour and the AC it's still running. So I think I got the problem. The problem was the breaker, and you know, the AC unit is running fine, and right here I saved probably a couple $100. Now this is the big question. With if you don't know, if you have never worked with electricity, is it worth it $200 instead of your life? Well, I don't know. So that's something you have to think about. This video again is not to persuade you to do it yourself. It's just to inform you how to do it. It's easy, but it can be dangerous. So anything in here is do it at your own risk. If you like this video guys, please bring your thumb up and make sure you turn on the bell so that way you can see a lot more videos that I got and save hundreds, in some cases thousands of dollars. See you guys on my next video.